Okay, imagine this. Logging into, like, all your stuff online.
Yeah.
But it's faster, and it's way safer.
Mm-hmm.
No more trying to remember those crazy passwords, you know? No more freaking out about clicking on a bad link or worrying that your info is going to leak in some data breach.
Yeah, the constant worry.
Exactly. What if I told you that's not some sci-fi dream, but something you can actually start doing, like right now?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to The Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed. We're continuing our Easy Digital Safety series today.
That's right.
And today, we're really diving into passkeys, specifically how they change the game for online security, how they protect your privacy, and what really happens with your data.
Yeah.
Our goal here is pretty simple. Show you why passkeys are such a big deal, especially against, all those phishing scams that just won't quit. You'll get why this isn't just another tech fad, but a real upgrade for keeping your digital life safe.
Absolutely. And look, for a lot of people, the idea of ditching passwords sounds amazing, but maybe also a bit, I don't know, maybe risky, especially when you think about privacy.
Right, like what are you giving up?
Exactly. But that's what we want to clear up in this deep dive. We want to demystify it all, give you the practical info, the peace of mind, so you understand exactly how things like your fingerprint or face scan are handled.
Okay.
And why this whole system is actually safer and more private without making things complicated for you.
Right, let's get into it. Because the security behind passkeys, it relies on a few really clever ideas. If you're kind of into digital security, you've probably heard about public and private keys.
Mm-hmm. Cryptography basics.
Yeah, but how does that, like, techie stuff turn into this simple way we log in every day?
Right. So it is that same core idea, but really simplified for everyone to use. Think of it like a very special digital lock and key.
Okay.
When you create a passkey for a website, say the bank gets the public key. That's like a unique digital lock that only your key fits.
Gotcha. The lock.
Exactly. And your device, your phone, your computer, whatever, that's where the private key lives securely. That's your personal one-of-a-kind digital key.
Mine.
And here's the genius part and why it's so different from passwords. Your device proves it has the right key to the website without ever showing or sending the private key itself.
Oh, okay. So it's like showing you have the key without actually handing it over.
Precisely, like flashing your ID to a bouncer without them taking it home.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when I use my fingerprint or Face ID or whatever to unlock my phone for a passkey,
Yeah.
what's happening with that data? My actual fingerprint, does the website get that? Because, that feels like the big privacy question.
That is the crucial question. And it's honestly where passkeys really shine for privacy.
Okay.
Your biometrics, your fingerprint, your face scan, or even just your device PIN, they're only used locally, right there on your device.
Only on my phone.
Only on your phone or computer. It's just to unlock that private key we talked about. So Apple's Face ID, Android's fingerprint unlock, Windows hello. That data never, ever leaves your device.
Seriously, never.
Never. Big names like Snapchat, PayPal, Microsoft, they all state this very clearly. The website, the service you're logging into, they only get back a kind of digital proof. It's called a cryptographic signature.
Okay, fancy name.
Yeah, but all it means is it confirms you successfully unlocked your private key on your end. The website never sees your face, never sees your fingerprint. They don't store it. They don't get it.
Wow. Okay, that's actually really reassuring. But let's be real. Phishing is still everywhere. And some of those fake websites look so good. How do passkeys stop me if I, accidentally click on a fake login page?
Right, because we all still make mistakes. That's where something called domain binding comes in. Think of it as your built-in phishing shield. It's always on.
Domain binding.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it flips the script. For years, the responsibility was on us, right? Squinting at URLs, looking for typos.
Oh, yeah. Trying to spot the fake or whatever.
Exactly. With passkeys, that check is built right into the technology. A passkey is cryptographically tied to the exact web address, the domain of the real site.
The real one it was made for.
The only one. This domain binding isn't just some add-on feature. It's core to how Chrome, Safari, Edge, Windows, iOS, Android, how they all handle passkeys. So if you land on a fake site, even if it looked perfect and you try to use your passkey, your device checks the address, it doesn't match the real address tied to the passkey, and boom.
It just drops.
It just won't work. The passkey refuses to even try. It blocks the login attempt automatically because the domain is wrong. Phishing attempt foiled.
Okay, I get the how now,
Right.
the techie bits.
Yeah.
But what does this actually look like day to day? How does this stuff protect you in, like, real situations? Let's take that phishing one again.
Perfect. So you get that email. Looks legit, maybe from your bank or PayPal, whatever. Looks exactly like the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you to a login page. Again, looks perfect. If you used a password, you might type it in. And oops, you just gave it away.
Done.
But with a passkey, you go to login. Your phone or computer automatically checks the website address bar, the domain. It sees, hold on, this isn't realbank.com. This is realbank-secure-login.scam.com.
Even if I didn't notice the difference myself.
Even if you didn't notice, the passkey check happens instantly. Since the domains don't match exactly, the passkey simply won't activate. The login fails. Nothing happens.
So nothing gets sent.
Nothing. The phisher gets 0. Your device basically says, nope, wrong door, before you even get a chance to knock. It's automatic protection.
Wow. Okay, so the website itself is kind of checking the ID, like you said. If the address doesn't match the invite, the door just stays shut. No drama. It's like, yeah, that's a big change from how we normally have to be hyper-vigilant.
It really is.
But what about data breaches? We hear about those all the time. Huge companies getting hacked. If a site I use gets breached, what happens to my passkey info stored there?
Another huge win for passkeys. With passwords, yeah, if they get breached, your password could be out there for sale on the dark web. Big problem.
Yeah, nightmare scenario.
But with passkeys, remember that public key? The digital lock. That's the only part of your passkey that the company stores on their servers.
Just the lock, not my key.
Exactly. So if hackers break in and steal a database full of those public keys, well, they're basically useless on their own.
Useless. Why?
Because they don't have your matching private key. That stays safe and sound on your device. Without your private key, the public key can't unlock anything. So even in a massive breach, your account itself stays secure. It makes services much more resilient to breaches.
Okay, resilience is good, but what about convenience? Like my passkey's on my phone, right?
Yeah.
What if I want to log into, I don't know, my PlayStation account on my TV or Amazon on a library computer? Doesn't that get messy? Or like create a privacy issue?
The cross-device login question. Yeah, that's handled pretty elegantly now, actually. It mixes security and convenience really well.
How does that work?
So many services support this. Let's use your Amazon on the TV example. The TV might show you a QR code.
Okay, seen those.
You just scan that QR code with your phone where your passkey lives. Then your phone asks you to authenticate, Face ID, fingerprint, whatever you use.
On my phone, not the TV.
Critically, yes. You do the check locally on your own device, the TV or the library computer or whatever other device you're logging into. It never gets your fingerprint or face scan. It just relayed the login request to your phone.
And my phone sends back.
Sends back that cryptographic proof that, yep, they unlocked it successfully. Signal. All seamless. Things like iCloud Keychain, Google Password Manager, Microsoft Authenticator, they all handle this syncing and cross-device stuff pretty smoothly now without compromising your privacy.
All right, this is all great info. But you know how it is with new tech, right? Misunderstandings pop up, myths start flying around.
Oh, yeah, always happens.
So let's bust a few common passkey myths we've been hearing. Get the facts straight. Expert, first one I hear constantly. Okay, fine, but now these websites have my fingerprint stored. True or false?
Absolutely false. Major myth.
Yes.
Your biometric data, fingerprint, face scan, whatever, it never leaves your device. Period.
Never, ever.
Never, ever. It's only used right there on your phone or computer to prove it's you so your device can unlock and use the private key. Think of it like the key to the safe where your passkey is stored, not the passkey itself.
Okay.
Snapchat, PayPal, Microsoft, Apple, Google, they're all super clear on this. The website gets that digital signature, that proof, not your actual face data.
Okay, good to clear up. Myth number 2. Passkeys let companies track me across different websites. Like cookies can sometimes do. Is that a thing?
Nope, also false. Passkeys are actually designed to prevent that. Each passkey is unique and specific to one website or service.
One passkey per site.
Exactly. The passkey you create for your bank technically cannot be used by Google or Facebook or anyone else to see what you're doing. It doesn't work across sites like that.
So it actually helps privacy there.
It does. It enhances privacy by design, preventing that kind of cross-site tracking that people worry about. It's a step forward in that respect.
Got it. And the third big myth, probably the one that scares people the most because of past experiences. If a website I use gets hacked, my passkey's stolen. How true is that?
Understandable fear, totally. But again, based on how passkeys work, this is false. Remember, the website only stores the public key, the lock.
Right. the useless bit on its own.
Exactly. Your critical private key stays safe on your device, protected by your PIN or biometrics. It's never on their server. So even if hackers totally own the website's servers and steal all the data,
They get the locks, but no keys.
precisely, the stolen public keys are mathematically useless without your private key. Your account remains safe from that kind of server-side breach. It's a fundamental strength.
Okay, super clear. Let's do a quick round of Q&A for some common questions that might still be lingering. First one, cybercriminals are clever. Can they make a pixel-perfect fake website, a total clone, and still trick my passkey?
Nope. Still can't steal the passkey itself, even with a perfect visual clone. That domain binding we talked about is the key.
Because the web address has to match exactly.
Exactly. The passkey technology checks the actual registered domain name, the URL in the address bar, before it even tries to work. If that URL doesn't match the one the passkey was created for, down to the last character, authentication just fails automatically. The clone can look perfect, but the underlying address gives it away to the tech.
Okay, so fundamentally then, using passkeys, is it genuinely respectful of my privacy?
Yes, absolutely. That's a core design goal. The whole system is built on minimal data sharing.
Minimal data.
Right. And explicit user consent. You have to approve the login. Your most sensitive stuff, your biometrics, stays on your device under your control. The service just gets proof you logged in, not data that identifies or tracks you personally.
Makes sense. So last quick question. If passkeys are this good, this secure, do I even need to bother with other security stuff anymore? Like software updates, screen locks, can I just chill?
Ugh, great question. And the answer is definitely yes. You still need good security habits.
Okay, no chilling then.
Haha, well, maybe a little more chilling than before, but yeah. Passkeys are a massive leap forward, like getting a super strong vault door. But you still need to, lock your windows and keep the building maintained.
Good analogy.
So keeping your phone's OS and your browser updated, still crucial. Using a screen lock PIN, face, fingerprint on all your devices, absolutely essential. That protects the private key locally. Having good backup recovery options for important accounts, still vital. It's all part of a layered defense. Passkeys are a powerful layer, but not the only one. And actually, that leads perfectly into a quick checklist. Your Easy Digital Safety action plan for making the most of passkeys. 1. Activate screen lock on all your devices. Use a PIN, fingerprint, face scan, whatever works for you, but lock it down. That's job number 1 for protecting those private keys stored locally.
Got it. Lock everything.
2. Keep your operating systems and browsers updated. Seriously, turn on automatic updates if you can. Apple, Google, Microsoft, they're constantly improving passkey security behind the scenes. You want those updates.
Stay current. Check.
3. Get in the habit of glancing at the domain name, the URL, and looking for the padlock icon before you approve a login. Even though passkeys have that domain binding, it's just good practice. Builds awareness.
Good habits. Okay.
4. Make sure you have backup recovery methods, especially for critical accounts like your email or bank. Think recovery codes saved somewhere safe, or a trusted secondary device. Don't get locked out if you lose your main phone.
Have a backup plan. Yeah.
5. Do a quick passkey review, maybe quarterly. Just look in your Google Password Manager or iCloud keychain settings or Windows Hello, or even in specific apps like Snapchat. See what passkeys are there. Remove any for old devices you don't use anymore. Keep it tidy.
Spring cleaning for passkeys.
Nice. 6. If you share a computer, use separate user profiles. This keeps your passkeys tied just to your login on that machine, prevents someone else accidentally using yours.
Separate spaces. Makes sense.
And 7, if you do spot a dodgy-looking login page or get a phishing email, report it. Help the platforms block these things. Makes the internet a little safer for everyone.
Being a good cyber citizen. Okay, that's a great checklist. So what's next in our Easy Digital Safety Passkeys series? Next time, episode 10, we're getting practical. Building your migration plan. We'll talk prioritizing accounts, handling that awkward phase where you have both passwords and passkeys, what to do when traveling or offline, and even some notes for using passkeys at work were supported. Join us to really nail down your move to a passwordless future. This deep dive into passkey security, privacy, and all that data stuff, it was based on great info from folks like the FIDO Alliance, Microsoft, Google, Apple, Snapchat, PayPal, Dashlane, Android Police, Klubik, and others.
Yeah, drawing on those reliable sources helps us give you the clearest, most up-to-date picture for staying safer online.
Thanks for listening to Easy Digital Safety. Definitely subscribe if you want more straightforward, practical security advice. Remember, the big thing with passkeys, it's not just about better tech, it's about getting back some peace of mind online. Check the notes for guides and all the source links.